You all right?
I'm fine, Seren lied, and immediately felt bad about it. Brian was just trying to be kind, but how could she tell him that the thought of their impending wedding left her thoroughly downcast? The cakes were good. At least that was something truthful she could say.
They were good. I think we made a good choice.
Seren nodded. Brian turned his attention back to the road, leaving nothing but strained silence between them. When had it become like this? Seren was sure she could date the deterioration of their relationship squarely back to when they had become a couple. They had been such good friends and had never had a problem talking to each other. Things as a couple were different. They didn't click like they did as friends. That's why Seren had been surprised when Brian had asked her to marry him after a mere 6 months of dating. Of course, when she thought about it, it actually shouldn't have been all that surprising. Brian was under a lot of pressure from his family to marry and have children. It made sense to do so with someone he was comfortable with and liked. Seren got the impression that Brian wasn't interested in finding love. He would settle for stable and easy. She would also settle for stable and easy. She needed someone to take care of her. Seren had once had dreams of going to college, getting a fancy job, and leaving this small town behind. But those dreams were long gone. Her mother had been diagnosed with cancer in her senior year. All of their savings had gone into the treatment, and even those didn't cover everything. Seren had had to get a job right out of high school to help pay the bills, and when the cancer eventually took her mother, she was left all alone with the debt. It was slow going, paying it off with her minimum wage job. She definitely couldn't afford to go to college now. She was resigned to her new life, though. She was content, in a way. Brian had a good job and was able to take care of most of their expenses. He was kind and considerate, and Seren was lucky to have him. Still, late at night, after Brian was asleep, Seren sometimes found herself wishing that there was something more to life than this.